Hey guys, this is Eric Weingarten with Weingarten Racing. It's Saturday, so it's an update video day. So a lot of stuff happens during the week, and I just covered here. It's a bunch of little things. So obviously there's some tech in here, and there's other stuff as well. We'll start off with the cam challenge. So there's two cam challenges that are happening as we speak. There's the small block Chevy cam challenge, and then there's a small block Ford cam challenge. So we'll start with the Ford because that was supposed to be the one that was coming up. All the entries are locked in for that deal. The update on that is I'm waiting for the castings to come in. They were supposed to have been delivered yesterday. They didn't come in. So I'm hoping that they're going to show up today. You never know. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ship the master and those pair to Chris Straub. Maybe, I haven't talked to Chris Straub yet, I might try stopping by his shop next week, and then I make sure that everything I digitized correct, cut and whatnot. But I haven't talked to him yet, so that may be an impossibility. I figure while I'm there, I can pick up the block for my small block Chevy Dyno Mule, my 406, and get that going or whatnot. That's what's going on with it. However, now let's jump to the small block Chevy Cam Challenge. That one, if you haven't entered, you need to enter. It's really simple. Go to weingartnerracing@gmail.com. That's my email. Tell me why you want to enter. And once you do, I'll pick people to go in there. I will tell you this. I'm going to try before I leave today. I'm going to tell you where I'm going because that's a pretty important part of this video too. Before I leave to tomorrow, I guess, I'm going to try to put on Facebook the people that already are guaranteed a spot, because from some were guaranteed from the LS Cam Challenge got a chance to be in there. Not all, but some. And then we'll go from there. So just to give you an idea, this one will take place at Kuntz & Company, not at Dunsworth Machine. This one will have a power adder on it. I'm going to show you some of the stuff, because if you haven't donated to either one of those cam challenges, but you want to know the data from that stuff, in the description for this video, there'll be a link to donate to the small block Chevy and the small block Ford cam challenge. Last night, I dropped stuff in the small block Chevy cam challenge because I assembled the heads. I'm shipping those to the Kuntz and the whole rotating assembly. So pretty much they'll have almost everything to assemble that engine, the Chevy. That's good to go. So if you're like, I'm thinking about entering what it is, the Chevy one has to be a hydraulic roller or work with the spring pressures that are there. I have the valve weights and other stuff too. I'm not giving you as much detail on the heads as I usually do because these are my own heads. And I don't want to give away some of the secret sauce, I guess. But you've got enough to know what you need to know. So it's got a flow sheet in there. It's got the minimum cross-sectional area. Obviously valve sizes, the valve weights, the lash cap weight, spring weight, spring rates, all that's in there because they're assembled. Anyway, that's the biggest thing. So if you want to enter, make sure you do that, because I want to, the small block Chevy one's going to be pretty interesting because remember, that's also using a power adder. As it stands, it's a Vortex supercharger, but I haven't even put all the mounting stuff on to see if any of that stuff even fits. If not, I'll have the Torque Storm. But that's the plan. You'll be doing 3 rounds on the Chevy, so it's different from all the rest. You have an NA pull, 5 pounds of boost, and a 10 pounds of boost. It's going to be neat. Should make some real steam with it anyway. But I'm also going to show you the Holley Hyram because that's actually the one that goes on it. So I've been grinding a little bit on it this week, and I'll show you how much you have to remove to make it work or look right. And anyway, so also I want to show you this because this was a weird thing I thought I'd share with you. So this is my Ram 1500. I bought it brand new in 2021, and it was right before COVID caused the prices for everything to go up. So as far as buying, I was so lucky for this one. And I actually ordered this one from the Ram dealership because they had it made. So I had it sounds like I'm doing something custom, but I didn't want anything they had on the shelf because I wanted this. This is the most different part about this. This is the 4x4 North Edition. Good luck finding one of those. I don't know of any others. I haven't seen another one that matches that. They have the 4x4 other one, but not the North. And I also had some other stuff that I wanted with this truck. The only disadvantage, I didn't get the 33-gallon gas tank. It's the one option I didn't get, and I wish I had it. However, they're bringing this up because this week it had a factory recall because it's bought it new. And by the way, there's no way in hell I can afford a brand new truck like this now. So besides sending my son off to college, these trucks jumped up like almost 10 grand from when I bought that. And you don't even get near as many options, it feels like. But anyway, it had a factory recall, so I had to turn it in, right? And whenever you get a factory recall, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. When you buy a new vehicle and they have a factory recall, they are required by law to give you a loaner vehicle. So anyway, they turned me over to Enterprise. Something went wrong. They couldn't get it. So Chris Nickel, who I dealt with here in Broken Arrow. I love that dealership, by the way. Very nice people. They actually said, you know, hey, let me just get you this loaner car. And this is the loaner car they gave me. They gave me this electric Dodge Daytona Charger. It's the Stage 1. I have to admit, I love this car. I even love the orange look. We all know we're thinking it right now. 01, right? General Lee. I loved it. This is like a brand new car. This has had 400-something thousand miles on it. If you're worried about the license plate, that's the dealer tag, so I don't care. But anyway, this car is the Stage 1 option. I guess they have a Stage 2 that has the dual motors, but there's only like 2 in Oklahoma. And no, I didn't even ask for this. They just said, here, you can drive it for a day, because I was like, I don't have a way to charge this. Here's my experience with the electrical thing. If you remember a couple years ago, I'd made a video about I don't think Teslas are that great. I think they're a fad. And people got outrageously mad at me in the comments. They're like, and this was a couple years ago, they're like, it's the best-selling car in America. It's the best-selling so-and-so and so-and-so. It's the best. And I was like, no, it's a fad. The only reason why it exists is because it's the only one in the market at the place. Because, and I'm saying this as I'm talking about this car, the Tesla designs are ugly. No one ever has ever said that the Tesla car looks sharp. Never. They feel quick to people that have never driven in anything fast. Obviously. And that's how this car is, what I'm getting ready to tell you about too. But the other thing is, they're not even the biggest electric car manufacturer, Tesla, in the world. BYD is. You can look that up. And even at the time, I was like, if there's competition in our market, Tesla's gone. You know what's happening now? Yeah. But anyway, back to this car, though. As I said before, if you have never driven something fast, this feels fast to you. Because from 0 to about 60, it feels really quick. And that's it. So electric motors do give you that instant torque, but they don't keep climbing. If you've never been in a power adder car or a car that makes power that keeps climbing, like an NA engine that makes power at the RPMs and you just keep climbing, you have no idea what I'm talking about. This literally feels like it's really quick to 60, and that's it. You get my S10, and it feels that way or worse, but then it keeps going. So even if you're at 60 and it's just at the charger here, feels like it's still gradually accelerating. The S10 feels like it's pulling even faster as you're going faster, making it feel more out of control, I guess, is the point I'm trying to make. So I was like, awesome. But then I thought, well, that's just me. I'm used to driving this. So I said, Bishop, come here, because Bishop was all about the car, you know, young kids. I said, why don't you hop in this thing? And so he went I went with him, and he just took one block, because he really wasn't supposed to drive it. And he's like, I think my Camaro's is quick. He's like, I'm kind of disappointed. I said, that's exactly what I thought. Because it also makes fake engine noises. And he's like, this is gay. It sounds like it sounds fake. And I was like, I know. But anyway, it looks nice on the inside, except for it's a cheese dickery thing where you turn their air conditioning up and down. That's cheese dickery. I'll say it. You should individually split the buttons so it doesn't feel like the whole thing's moving. But I got to drive it. It's neat. And then I was like, well, I wonder how much this is. $59,000. That's insane. So you still have to have, you can better spend $5,000 to have that little charger box put in your car. You can see where it's parked. I would have to have an outlet that goes there. Most people park in the garage or in the driveway here. I mean, Carrie says no, but a lot of people park in the driveway, so it's a long extension cord. But $59,000? This isn't even the Stage 2. It's like $80,000. I was like, really? I'm sure you can eventually get them used for like half this price, though. But still, you got to, I don't know. It's kind of let down. I was really hoping that they had the gas version, but from what I was told, they won't have that out until late 2025. And the vehicle I really wanted to drive, and since I talk about my Ram, the one I really, really wanted to drive is the Ram Charger. For those that don't know what that is, that's the electric vehicle I think will be popular, because what it has is it has an electric motor just like this Charger has. So you get that lot of torque, really good pull and everything like that. But it's not strictly battery. It has a V6 engine, but the V6 engine does not run the transmission or anything like that. It doesn't even have a transmission. The V6 engine, which is run on gas, runs a generator. And the generator powers the battery. So essentially what you can do, it's got a 600-mile range because you can fill up the gas tank with a full charge. If you're going a long distance, you don't have to worry about stopping to charge and worrying about waiting at a charging station. The gas engine will just supply the power, just like a train locomotive does. They have a diesel engine that moves the generator and that propels it. That, to me, game changer. That's the one that's going to make the difference, where you have a gas engine that runs a generator that supplies the power to the battery, and it's got all the torque. It feels fantastic. Because even as it is, that charger had a range of 175 miles. So I was like, ugh. And you look on this charger, by the way, and when you turn it off, it tells you how long to charge. And all these morons that lie to you, because I'm trusting what the Dodge thing says. It said with a fast charger, and it had 65% battery. 65% battery, it still said 58 minutes on a fast charge to charge. On a 220 volt, which is what you might have in your garage, it was something like 4 hours or something, or 2 hours. And then at a 120 volt, it said 58 hours. That's ridiculous. Anyway, random rant, cool car, not at all worth the money. And I don't think they're making money on the deal either. Here's some pictures of that Holley Hyram as I'm porting it. As you can tell, I've done 3 holes, the one's not there. And by the way, it's not even close to finish. This is just opening it up. There's no radius on it. So I've been working on it a little bit this week because I was hoping I could send this out the same time as the head so I could have most of the parts out for him to build the engine, Kuntz and Company, that is. But close, but I am nowhere near done. Let me show you a better picture where it is now. This is where the intake manifold is now. My target target CSA at the opening is 3.9. That's what I was trying to get to. I think it's probably going to get around 4, which is fine because you have a range of like, I did the math from Pipe Maxes to get it right where what should be. And to give you an idea, stock was 2.81. In case you're wondering, the minimum cross section at the head is 2.81. So that means there was zero taper. I didn't want that. These are sharp edges. This is not how you'd all leave it. So the only one I've actually started doing the radius on was this one. And you can tell it looks rougher than it is, but you get an idea. There's a radius in it as opposed to these sharp edges, but it's not right. It's not done. I just ran out of time. I was just trying to get some of the curve out or curve into it because I want a certain amount. And I'm trying to get that. I'm close, but I'm up there. Not to mention you still have to go inside. So this is just the beginning of the opening. I've always done the port match at the end. Let me show you. In case you're wondering, my heads are 1207 tall. So just to give you an idea, yeah, you can do 1207 with this Holley Hyram. You can kind of see. And by the way, these aren't straight because when you get the intake itself, it's like ovaled. So this part right here is actually in further than what the match would have been. So I just have to live with it. But it's not blended right. I'm not even close to being finished, but I got more of the major grinding out of it. Yeah. So that's it for now. But now let me tell you about the other big announcement. So tomorrow I'm going out of town and I'm going to go visit Dominic, the guy I did the 496 Dynamo stuff with. I'm going to Kansas City because we are taking a trip to see Bob McVeigh. You might remember him from Old Man's Garage. And we're going to dyno some stuff there. We've got a small block Chevy we're going to dyno, and we're going to test 5 different sets of cylinder heads. That's the plan. Now, maybe 6. Time permitting, and hopefully if everything goes well. Because anything can go wrong, then nothing works out right. So the heads that we're testing will be the AFR Enforcers 195s, the old style, okay, completely stock. And then AFR was nice enough to send the new style, so I get to see what the old versus new does. Then I have a set of Brodix IK 180s, or Nick does, that I did the valve job on, blended the chamber, just the basic work to see how that compares. That's the other one. Nick has a set of double hump 186 heads. He did a little fluff and buff on, and then a set of Dart Sportsman 165cc heads. We're going to do. Both of those last 2 are cast iron, obviously. And it's a hydraulic roller, dual plane, and we're going to test it there, and hopefully everything goes right and we get to share the results. If you're a channel member, what I'm going to do is each day I'm going to try to take a picture of the dyno results and I'll drop it in your channel member link. If you're like, what's a channel member? I thought I'm subscribed. No, you're just a subscriber, which I thank you for that, but channel members actually pay. There'll be a link in the description if you want to do it. It's $150. You get this thing sent to your email, so make sure you're doing the right email. And it'll be a Google Drive. You don't have to ever do anything with it from the moment you get it. The moment you get it, you can click to open and it opens. Make sure it's tied to your email because it only grants access to the email that purchased it. So if you're like, I'm going to share it with my friend because I want him to see it, because I don't want him to pay. It doesn't work that way. It won't allow them. And then you're going to ask me for permission. I'll say, nope. That's how it goes. But you'll have a folder, and I can drop stuff in it constantly, and you don't have to re-download it each time. You just click the folder again, all the stuff automatically there, just like the small block Chevy Cam Challenge one. If you click on that folder, that even though I sent you a link when there was nothing in it, if you click on it now, there's stuff in it. So I'll be putting those in as it goes. But if you want to be a channel member, it's not cheap. I'm not gonna lie, but it can be worth it. I don't know if I'll be able to text you because I'm gonna be working my tail off trying to get all these heads changed. So anyway, that's the scoop. I'm sure I'll get about a bazillion calls because it never fails. Every time I'm on the dyno, I get thousands of calls. But anyway, that's all I got for this week. Check you next week. By the way, this is a customer's head here. This is a small block Chevy for Scott. I got the one head done. The other one's almost done. I just ran out of time. If you're someone in the Broken Arrow, Tulsa area, by the way, and you're looking for a job that pays minimum pay, not minimum wage, I'll pay you more than that. I'll pay you more than what O'Reilly's pays, okay? But you want a part-time job, I really could use the help in the shop because I need someone and I'll teach you all the stuff. So if you're an idiot, I won't hire you. But if you can learn, then that's fine. You don't have to know everything, just don't be an idiot. I'll teach you how to assemble heads and everything else because I really need someone to assemble heads, and really packing and shipping is killing me. I eat up like 4 or 5 hours every week just doing that. People don't understand. Maybe I'll teach you how to run a seat and guide machine, that sort of stuff. But if you're looking for a job, I need someone to work part-time for sure. And just email me, winegunnerracing@gmail.com. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, I'm no Superman. I did race Superboy. I don't pour cast iron heads. You guys take care.